Cause number 2023-0D07694, the state of Texas versus Daniel Alejandro Dominguez, set for a pre-revo hearing. Announcement to council, please.
Muted, but Robert Nicholas Ballesteros on behalf of Mr. Dominguez, Your Honor.
Mr. Mendy, you're still muted.
Oh, I apologize, Judge. The stage is ready, Judge.
All right. The record reflect that I am in the courthouse in El Paso County, but I am not in the courtroom. I am actually Zooming from chambers, and so that's the reason for the live stream, which I thought I turned on. It's on. Any objection to the live stream?
None from the stage, Judge.
Mr. Dominguez, are you okay that this is being live streamed on a YouTube channel?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Duran, do you have a report on Mr. Dominguez?
We had a court hearing on October 10th. It was a review hearing, and he failed to appear for the hearing. CSO did make attempts to try and contact him, but she was unable to. His voicemail was not set up, and so a bench warrant was issued. The reason for that review hearing is because he had failed to report June through August of 2024. He did report September, and he did report October, but the court requested that review hearing, and so the bench warrant and MVN were submitted, and MTR was filed October 23rd, Judge.
And how is he doing on other terms?
He had not made any payments yet towards anything, court costs or supervision fees or fines, no hours. So technically nothing, Judge.
And he's been on since April.
Correct.
Recommendation?
For him to be admonished, Judge, and allowed to continue on probation.
Mr. Ballesteros, have you had a chance to talk to your client?
Your Honor, unfortunately, Mr. Dominguez and I were scheduled for a call earlier this week. It didn't happen, but we are scheduled for tomorrow to speak. So I have not been able to speak with Mr. Dominguez prior to that.
Okay, there is a motion, so I'm trying to be careful with regard to speaking to him directly. Mr. Mendy, the state?
I don't know, Judge. The not reporting usually is a concern. This is a first degree though, so if we do a revocation, we're looking at 5 as the minimum, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Ballesteros, unfortunately, the next time I would see him for a jail docket would be in 2 weeks.
I understand, Judge. I can speak to him tomorrow, Your Honor. I can try and work out something with Mr. Mendy and Ms. Duran ahead of time. So that way in 2 weeks, we would have a resolution in mind.
And if you reach a resolution that doesn't involve a revo or doesn't involve more ACOP time, then you can submit it. I mean, we're not going to be here, but we will, I will be checking emails, and I actually am going to be here. So you can reach me if there's a resolution. So Mr. Dominguez, Mr. Ballesteros is going to talk to you, but my sense is that often, unless there's a new offense or something can be worked out. Because of the holidays, there's a lapse now. I typically would see you in a week. Mr. Ballesteros will talk to you before then. But because of the holidays, I won't see you for, it's actually more like 2 weeks. So I want to make sure that you understand that part of what might happen is that if the state's agreeable, maybe this time that you're incarcerated is considered a sanction for you having failed to report, not doing the things that you've been doing. I'm not saying they will. Mr. Ballesteros and Mr. Mendy will talk. So, consider it not time wasted, but also possible consequence for not reporting. But I'm going to wait to hear from Mr. Ballesteros because there is a motion, so you're entitled to counsel, and he should speak for you. But really, I need to know exactly why basically nothing's been done and why you're reporting and all those things. And based on all of that information, which Mr. Ballesteros will then talk to Mr. Mendy about, then maybe a resolution can be reached. But as you're sitting and waiting, know from my perspective that this is partly due to you're not doing what you're supposed to do in the last 6 months. So we'll see you back in a couple of weeks, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. Downtown, you have to go get the next one, or who do you have?
Yes, Judge, I need to go to another floor to get the next one out.
Okay,
I'll log in as soon as possible. Well, not log in.
just come back. Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
All right. At the annex, do you have casas?
Yes, Your Honor, let me get them right out.
Thank you. Twenty 0D 2020 0D 00185, the state of Texas versus Gustavo Alejandro Casas, set for pre-revos, although I confirmed this morning that we do not have a current motion on file. So the status hearings. Announcement to council, please.
Jesse Mindy for the state. The state is ready, Your Honor.
Samantha Braga on behalf of Jeff Braga, we're ready, Your Honor.
All right. There have been prior motions and we've had admonishments and those other things were dealt with, but currently I don't think there's a current motion. Mentioned earlier that I am in the county courthouse in the courtroom of the 120th, but not in the actual courtroom and chambers. And so that's the reason for the live stream. Any opposition to the live stream?
None from the state judge.
All right, Mr. Casas, are you okay that this is being live streamed on YouTube?
Yes, yeah.
All right, this is status hearings for Mr. Casas. Ms. Udan, you want to tell me what's been going on?
Yes, Judge. He is currently in the domestic violence caseload, Judge, since April of 2023. He has completed BIB, his anger management, completed TAP. He still has some restitution and court fees outstanding, but he was rearrested October 25th for like 6 or 7 new cases, Judge. And so the VN has been submitted, and I believe the bench warrant as well, Judge.
Mr. Mindy, what do you know about the new charges? You're muted.
I'd have to see where we are. Hang on, Judge. I am trying to
Pretty recent.
Yeah. I don't know. We've been in and out on this one. Give me a sec, Judge.
And for whatever reason, I'm not seeing a court arrest notify, so I don't have any information on the new offenses. You know what they are, Ms. Duran?
I do, Judge. It's a terroristic threat, cause fear of imminent bodily injury, and then interfere with emergency request for assistance, resisting arrest, search for transport, another interfere with emergency request, assault causes bodily injury, family violence, burglary, habitation, intent other felony, ag assault, abandon endangered child, individual, no reg, criminal negligence. And then I think on November 2nd, he was additionally charged with an assault causes bodily injury.
You have to bear with me for a second, Judge. My computer is running unusually slow right now.
All right, well, that tells me sort of enough of what we need to know. We're going to have to wait for those cases, Ms. Rago. They're not something we're just going to let go. So hopefully, Mr. Casas, I don't know, it was someone who was at the downtown facility. I was telling them earlier that because of the holidays, we won't be here next week. So it'll be 2 weeks. In your case, I would doubt that we'd even have information in 2 weeks, but we'll see you back in 2 weeks and see what the status of those cases are. And maybe we'll have more information about what the state intends to do. Okay, we'll see you back.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Five, 6, 2, 510. 1, 10, 15, and about 20. They call me like me and doing something that one, but oh, the one how do you play with that kid? Yeah, just figure it your back.
Okay. At the annex, do you have Castro?
Yes, Your Honor, right here.
Thank you. 2024 0D06488, 2023 0D05079, the state of Texas versus Guadalupe Castro, set for status and pre-revo. Announcement of council, please.
Jesse Mendy for the state. The state is ready, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Guadalupe Lopez Lozano for Ms. Castro, who is present.
All right, in the chambers of the 120th in the county courthouse, but not in the courtroom, which is the reason that I'm live streaming. Any opposition?
Over the state.
And I'm from defense, Your Honor.
And Ms. Castro, is it okay with you that this is being live streamed?
Yeah.
All right, so we're set for status and pre-revo, but I see the new case has been filed and that you have settings, and so I think we're just setting this to make sure that case was brought. I assume you guys haven't reached an agreement, or we still don't know enough.
That was my understanding, Judge, was that the status hearing was just to make sure that it got filed. We do have it, but I haven't even taken a look at it myself, Judge.
Jesse, I would just ask if you, when you have an opportunity, if you can look at it and give me a recommendation.
Yeah, yes,
Please.
Ms. Lozano. I'll get to it as soon as I can.
Thank
We just barely got it, so I'll
And
need
yeah,
just a bit of time. Thank you.
And the new one is a UUMB, so as cases go, not a case we necessarily would be very worried about. So you do have a setting before the end of the year. If a resolution can be reached, that would be fantastic, just so that we can address it as opposed to carrying it through to next year. So I'd ask y'all to take a look at it. We'll see you back on the 19th.
We'll see what we can do, Judge.
All
thank
right.
you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Castro. We'll see you back. Yeah, next, do you have Escobedo?
Yes, Your Honor, 1 second.
Thank you.
Escobedo. No, ese es Girón. You are, we got Girón and Rosales.
Okay, then let's have heat on, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is 2024 0D06252, 2024 0D06243, the state of Texas versus Eduardo Jose Giron, set for bond hearings. Announcement of council, please.
Jesse Mendy for the state. The state is ready, Your Honor.
Steros on behalf of Mr. Guidon, also ready.
We are, I am in the chambers of the 120th District Court, not in the courtroom, and that is the reason for the live stream. Any objection?
No objections.
All right, Mr. Giron, I wasn't sure if you were speaking over anyone. I want to make sure that you're okay with the fact that this is being live streamed over my YouTube channel.
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
All right. Looking at a bond hearing. And again, it may be that it's just me having trouble with the PSR. I'm only seeing, actually, I'm seeing a fire, looks like an ag assault. Oh, that's this case. Yeah. So we haven't quite determined if they've cut me off the PSRs or something, but I'm not getting history. So let me look at our PSR. Our pretrial services report. Meanwhile, Mr. Ballesteros, what do you want me to know?
Yes, Your Honor. So the important details are that Mr. Guidon is a U.S. citizen. He's here in El Paso. He lives here with his wife and his children. Your Honor, he's going to be staying at 159 Camp Street. That's in Fabens, Texas. He's going to be staying there with his wife. His wife and I just actually got off the phone about 20 to 30 minutes ago. She informed me that they are in the process of being evicted from their home. Mr. Guidon is the breadwinner for the household. He is the one who pays the bills. He is the one who does the maintenance. He is the one who does everything around the house. And right now they are on the verge of losing that property because he's not out making money and paying for those utilities, Your Honor. This is an aggravated assault charge, Your Honor, that occurred while he was out on bond for possession of a controlled substance. So the aggravated assault charge, the aggravated weapon or the deadly weapon is dealing with a baton. That's the allegation. And that he allegedly struck Miss Mack, another individual who has her own criminal issues going on right now, who has her own warrants right now, actually. And as far as I could tell, I have not been able to get a hold of Miss Mack. I don't know if the state has had any opportunity to get a hold of her either, but I believe that she might be in the wind already, Judge. She has her own criminal issues, as I mentioned before. But as of right now, Miss Giron can afford $150 more or less towards the bond. She understands that a PR bond may not be in the realm of possibility right now, but that's the most, and that would be asking for money from her father as well as any money from her uncles. Mr. Giron does work in construction. He does have a job that is available to him once he gets out. He can make that money back to pay that family back, but right now, Your Honor, they just have no means of paying the bond as it currently sits.
So my problem is pulling up his history is that he has prior assaultive history going back to 2006, an aggravated assault against a public servant. That was 2 counts. A 2011 aggravated assault, 2019 possession, a 21 Mandel, a 22 possession, 22 tampering, a 2020 Mandel. So, and then misdemeanor assault and a misdemeanor POM. So while I understand the family relies on him, he's not someone who can be getting into trouble. And I don't know anything about this case and may go away, but his history is problematic. Mr. Mendy, anything you want to add?
I think that the courts substantially summarized his criminal history, Judge. There's been quite a lot of issues. I think we'd also draw the court's attention to the fact that the defendant has been to prison, it looks like at least twice prior to this, Judge. So those will always be the state's concerns. I mean, we don't necessarily want the defendant to be reoffending, and he was out on bond for a minor possession charge when he got this new charge, Judge. Listed the state's concern that if we lower the bond, there may just be more charges coming down. We would say, though, Judge, if the court's going to entertain lowering the bond, to have the standard no contacts be put in for any of the witnesses on the ag assault, Judge.
What sounds like Mr. Ballesteros believes the complaining witness is not around, so that might not be a concern, but were there witnesses?
It was an incident between her and him, Your Honor. And as far as uninterested witnesses, I don't think that there are any.
I don't remember there being many, Judge.
And what's the relationship? Are they strangers or?
They're not strangers, Your Honor. According to her, they're fiancés. They're engaged. My client and his wife that he's already been married to disagree.
And what is the bond in the ag assault case?
25,000 cash or surety, Judge.
I'm sorry, did you say 25?
Yes, Judge.
And
Your
on
Honor,
the possession 0?
No bond.
And if I may add one more thing, Your Honor, for the court's consideration, I understand Mr. Giron has some assaultive history, but from my record, my reviewing of it, most of that assaultive history is more than a decade old. And since then, yes, maybe he has picked up new charges, but from what I can see, they were all possessions or something along those lines. I think that the last assault of history is more than 13 years ago from what I see, a 2011 charge, Your Honor. That's what I see.
In this Texas court session, the judge handles several criminal matters, including a probation violation case where the defendant, Daniel Dominguez, failed to report for months, missed a scheduled hearing, made no payments, and now faces a possible revocation, meaning significant prison time, though the court allows his attorney time to negotiate a resolution before the next hearing, warning that his current jail time may count as a sanction for non-compliance. Another case involving Gustavo Casas is continued after the court learns he picked up multiple serious new charges, including assault and child endangerment, making any immediate decision impossible until those cases develop. A third defendant, Lupe Castro, appears for a status hearing on a newer, less severe charge, with the court encouraging both sides to review the case and potentially resolve it before the next setting. Finally, in a bond hearing for Eden Guyton, the defense argues for a lower bond due to financial hardship and family dependence. But the judge expresses concern over his long criminal history, including multiple assault-related offenses and prior prison time, especially since the new aggravated assault allegedly occurred while he was already out on bond, making release less likely despite the defense's argument that most violent history is old and the complainant's credibility may be questionable.